Okay, in this video we're going to look at how to find the exterior angle of a triangle. And to find the exterior angle, what we need to remember is that a straight line always adds up to 180. So there's two big things in here. A triangle, all the interior angles add to 180. And the second thing is that a straight line adds to 180 as well. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do over here is I'm going to actually not solve for the question mark. I'm going to try to find this over here. Okay, let's call that angle x. And I'm going to try to find angle x first. Now, these three angles have to add to 180, so 80 plus 50 gives me 130 so far. And I know that x plus 130 has to give me 180. Okay, so that tells me that this angle plus these two, they all have to add up to 180 together. Now again, I can guess and check at this, or I can do an opposite operation. So here I'm adding, the opposite of that would be to subtract. So I know that x would be 180, take away 130. So in this case, x should be 50. All right, so that's my very first step, is I need to find what that interior angle was. Okay, so that's step number one. Step number two, I need to now find out what that question mark is. Now the nice thing with this is I know that these two angles, they make a straight line together, so they have to add to 180. So I know that question mark plus 50 has to give me 180. And so I know that question mark has to be 180, take away 50, and that gives me 130 degrees. Okay? So you might notice a couple of patterns in here. You might notice that these two angles seem to give us the same answer as this, and that's a pattern that's going to emerge from there, and that's a nice way to double check it. I'm going to give you another question to try. And what I'd like you to do is I want you to try this one. So I want you to hit pause once I've drawn the diagram. So that's going to be 92 degrees there. That's going to be 48 degrees up there. And that one's going to be our question mark, so we don't know what that one is. All right, what I'm going to ask you to do is to pause this video, try this question, and then when you either get stuck or you feel like you've got an answer, come on back and hit play. So just to clarify, that's 48. Okay, go ahead. All right. Now, I'm assuming at this point that you've paused the video and you've given this one a try, so let's try this one together. Next step here, I am going to do the same thing I did on the previous one, so I'm going to create an angle x over there. We'll find the interior angle. So I know that 48 plus 92 is going to give me 140 degrees. And I know that x plus 140 is equal to 180. Looks like x is going to be 40 here, but let's go in the reverse operation anyway. So 180, take away 140. That gives me 40 degrees. Okay? Now we could have guessed and checked at that, and we can see that 40 plus 48 plus 92, that's going to give us 180. So that's our interior angle. But that's only our first step. Step number two, we find that exterior angle. So this is called our exterior angle. And again, this and this, they make a straight line when added together. So I know that they have to add to 180. So straight lines add to 180. So question mark plus 40 degrees is equal to 180. So my question mark must be 180 take away 40. And so that means question mark has to be 140 degrees. Okay, and we can always double check these by making sure these three angles add to 180. So that means that's correct. And these two angles here, we have 40 and 140, they add to 180 as well. So we double check our answers on that.